Alters by Kronos could bring you another quarterfinals match from Tournament 25. This is between Jim and Tom. But first, a little bit of the intro.
Greetings, old school magic players, and welcome to the Four Horsemen.
All right, so we're going to start off the match here. Now, if you want to see any of these deck photos, all the deck photos for all the tournaments, all the recent tournaments, and some of the past ones are all on the Four Horsemen. So if you need that, message me and I'll send you the link for it. But it has all the information there. So if you're not part of that community, you're more than welcome to join it. Check out the photos, talk with the guys, see if it's something you're interested in. All right, so let's get down to the game. We have Tom on the left and Jim on the right. There's a quick swamp and pass. That looks like a Bazaar. Looks like you're playing a Reanimator type maybe, or sometimes Bazaars are also used for quick draw engines. Well, there's a strip. We're going to use it in response. Yep, Animator deck. There goes Triskelion. And I can't quite see the next card there. Another Bazaar. He might be having land issues here. That'd be good for Tom if he can get rolling. Looks like we got red and black going on here. Camera angle's real bad. I have no idea what card just got played. Sorry about that, guys. It is off camera. I'm sure someone's going to catch that in a moment. We'll fix that, but Four Horsemen were pretty chill and laid back. So a lot of these guys use apps on their phone or whatever they can to try and get some fun in here. But there's a Badlands. And another pass. We're going to have a activation here. Looks like All Hallows Eve, I think. Scimitar and a Colossus. Oh, yeah, that 9-9. I haven't seen that card in a long time. But yeah, if you like Reanimator decks and you want a little bit different challenge, definitely play Four Horsemen. There's a lot of different deck ideas. Arabian Aggro, Four Horsemen. There's pure control types. Looks like we got a rack, and I still can't see what the other card is. They're completely off camera. Hopefully they fix that here shortly. Oh, nope, still can't. Now it's totally off. It might be a relic barrier. I can't tell. Yeah, okay. Now we fixed it. All right, there's a swamp. So now he's got double black. There's a drop of honey and Urnum. I still can't tell what that other card is, but got Forest. Oh, Wall of Spears. I forgot that card was in this format. That's definitely going to slow things down a little bit. He's got to watch all these activations. I know he's going to start tossing stuff out, but he's got to watch because that rack will start to do a lot of damage to him. Now I see Tom's not playing white, so we don't have a lot of enchantment. removal there. Alright, well there's a good one. Underworld Dreams. Every activation is going to cost you a lot now. He should be taking damage from the activation. So he should have took damage. Oh, that was in response. Okay. But either way, here's Winds of Change, so he's going to take damage now. Yes, Underworld Dreams decks are also another thing. There's Land's Edge, there's all kinds of stuff, but there's not really one that is as powerful as the deck. So there's not anything that totally takes over the format, which is awesome. Alright, so I'm going to skip ahead of some of this for you. Alright, so we had a lot of shuffling and stuff going on there. Now he's going to take damage. It's not a lot, but he's going to watch because now the rack is there. If he activates, he's going to go down to basically no cards in hand and take a lot of damage a turn. And every time he draws now, he takes damage. So those activations are going to cost him a lot. And I know he was digging for an All Hallows. Alright, Tom is definitely set on mana at this point. He's got a workshop out there. It looks like possibly another Relic Barrier. Yep, I think that's another Relic Barrier. It looks like he's looking for creatures because I don't see any artifacts here yet, but there's more damage from the rack. As I said before, the Underworld Dreams and rack are going to hurt you a lot. There's another wall. They're awesome against a lot of decks, but it seems this deck here is not really looking to get the early hit in with creatures. I'm guessing you're going to see some Triskelions and stuff like that possibly, but... Oh, there's a Blood Moon. That is a great, great start. That basically takes him out of all his basic mana. So Jim is now down to just mountains. Yeah, the Underworld Dream is going to do a lot of damage to him. That might end up killing him. Because you know Tom has more Winds of Change in his deck, so... We do have one swamp and one forest over on Jim's side, but he's probably digging for another swamp at this point. Yeah, I don't think Tom really needs to do all that much. He's probably just waiting for a Winds of Change to finish it off here. And as always, if you hear my little guy, he's playing with his cars and all happy behind me here, so... Here's another forest. Not exactly. I think Jim is really hoping for a swamp at this point. But if Tom does get any kind of creature, that's a big problem because he has 2 Relic Barriers and those walls are artifacts. He can tap them down and attack. Jim needs to find something quick. And some guys are always worried about land destruction and artifact removal, and these guys forget. Blood Moon and Energy Flux are available in this format. Energy Flux, as some people say, they don't like playing it, but Shatterstorm's in here as well. Detonates. There's a lot of removal. And if you're afraid of enchantments, splash in some white. And there's a beautiful enchantment in there. If you want to look it up and do some investigation on Four Horsemen formats, you'll see the 4 main set symbols below. See if you can find the enchantment that stops everyone from playing future enchantments. There, yeah, that's what I was thinking he had. I'm pretty sure he had Triskelions in there, so and that's really not going to do that much for Jim here. I know it's another creature, so at least you have something to block with, but he only has one real chance to block because you know he's going to tap down a 1/5 flyer, and he's going to tap down one of the walls. So Tom's basically going to kill out one of the walls. The next turn he's going to attack. That's 7 damage just with the trike. I don't think Jim has a way out of this. Couple crumbles maybe. He'll give Tom some life, but oh man, that's even, wow, that's the end of it. Yep, ping him for 2, and he's gonna gain some. Yep, that's it for that one. We're gonna move on to game number 2. That was a beautiful game. All right, now you gotta watch with black and green. Black and green has a lot of mana ramp, which is why I play black and green sometimes. And that's a perfect start right there. You got an elf. If he ends up having a stone, he can play a stone and another mana next turn. So he can really ramp his All Hallows and all that stuff immediately. There's a quick chain lightning though. Yes, people cry not having lightning bolts, but chains are a thing. So are pyroblasts and plenty of other ways to burn people down, including ways for green to do direct damage also. If you can think of what that card is, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, do some more investigation on the set. See if you can figure out the format and see which green card is basically a direct damage spell. Yep, there's a Bizarre and a quick. It looks like he's discarded Swamp, so either he has plenty of mana in his hand or he did not calculate, but I'm guessing he has plenty. Yeah, there's another Swamp. I know Tom's starting off here, but I can't tell again what card that is. Tom, if you end up seeing this video here, I know eventually you will. Try and keep an eye on your play mat so I can see some of the cards here, but I'm thinking Jim is actually a lot more advanced into this game than you think. Now that Blood Moon's going to slow him down, but he already has a couple creatures in there. But there's the Swamp. All right, so there's a 1/5. Oh, this is a Chains deck. I was telling my buddy he should play in this format because of Chains. He loves playing Chains in Swedish. We were just messing around with his deck again. We have a tournament coming up, not today, but this next Saturday. Trying to decide if I'm play the Dune or something else, but he's going to be playing Chains, and we made some modifications to it. Finally got him to splash in some white, so we'll see how it goes. Now here's the bad thing: if Tom draws a rack and wins the Chains, that's going to be a very quick game. Yep, I think he was going to attack, but there's a tap down regardless. Oh, Ball of Lightnings too. Holy cow. Yeah, well, Blood Moon, that's definitely a way to do it. Looks like a darkness, though. That's what that card was before, darkness. The black fog. I would love to get a playset of those things. I don't have any. There's an Urnum. Swing. Well, you know you're going to tap it down, but next turn he's going to take some damage if he doesn't find something here. I see Jim has 6 mana available to him now. He's got plenty of black and green. We're going to see a... Oh, we're going to see a detonate. Okay. At least we got some damage through there. Yes, be careful with artifacts in here. Robots is a real deck in here too, but like regular, there's a lot of artifact removal, so you have to watch. There's a swing for 4. It's going to be a... I still think Jim's going to start throwing out some big creatures each turn. Unless Tom has some kind of more creature removal, he might be in trouble. Alright, well there's technically 6 mana for him now, so if he has a trike, he can play it. There's another relic barrier. Wins a change. I'm not sure how many he has in hand, but... Maybe Tom doesn't have a hand? I'm thinking Tom doesn't have a hand. I might have held on to that. Because he doesn't have a rack or anything out. If he draws Underworld Dreams next turn... Well, he doesn't have the black either, because the Blood Moon did take away his 3rd black source. Okay. So there's Chains, which is going to dip his hand in his graveyard. This is where I see Chains struggle sometimes. It's great that it throws everything in graveyard, but if you don't have creatures and creature removal, or graveyard removal, you're in trouble. Now, there is graveyard removal in here, but I don't think many people play it that often. But there is a very, very quick clock there for Tom. He's got to start figuring something out real fast. He's got to start getting his racks. What do we have? Oh, yep, Tome. That's normally a great card, but you have to watch detonates, and because you're not going to be using it that often. If he finds a rack, it's serious damage, but at this point, I don't think anything Tom can do is going to get him back on here unless he finds something crazy that I'm not aware of. Yeah, we're going to draw on this card. Not a big creature. We're going to untap and take turn. All House is going to pop. And Tom is in some very, very deep trouble. That is a massive amount of death on that table. Now Jim can swing with the Urnum, but everything else has summoning sickness. Another reason Crossroads is awesome and decks for Reanimator. Yep. I don't think there's anything. Yep. All right, let's go on to game 3. It's an exciting game, guys. Great job. All right, so let's start off game number 3. Let's see who wins the quarterfinals match between Tom and Jim. All right, Jim's got to start worrying. He's got to have... I hope he has some artifact removal in there. Crumbles are great, but... Nope, no crumble. We got an elf. But we got that rack going on. If he has a chains next turn and then a wins, that's a quick death. There's no Moxen in here to speed up any further, but that's going to be a big problem. Did he miss a land drop? Ooh, Tom missed a land drop. I wonder if he has the combo in his hand. He's just waiting on one more land. Well, there's an Underworld Dreams from Jim's side. It's a little bit more of the pain there for drawing, but trying to see what that card is there. I can't. Oh, chains. Oh, yeah. See, this is what I was talking about. This is really bad. If he has a wins of chains, that is massive. No, he hasn't earned them down already. Am I missing the fourth mana here? I see 3. There must be another land into that pile or something. Oh yeah, there it is. I missed that other land drop. Alright, so we got a Blood Moon, which shuts off all the lands. But Tom does not really have any creature removal. And even if he has Oubliettes, he just took himself out of black. So I'm not quite sure, because I'm assuming if Tom's playing those colors, he's either siding for Oubliettes or has some mixed in, but I would definitely have Oubliettes in that deck. Oh, there's a Winds of Change. That's going to hurt Tom a little bit unless he has no hand. Looks like he has a hand. I'm not sure how many he had in hand, but we're going to find out here shortly. Alright, so one side's done, milled out, milled a Chain Lightning, and not sure what that other card is, I can't quite see. But Chain Lightning is definitely milled out. Now if Tom finds a ball of lightning, that's huge. Looks like that's the end of it there. He's going to take damage from the rack. He's going to swing in. I said Tom's on a short clock here, but technically has 3 red out. He needs to find something. Nope, just a pass. There's another swing. What does Tom have? Come on, do we have something, or do we have, is Jim moving on here? Nope, looks like Jim's moving on. Wow, those are some quick games. Great games. My son's excited. You can hear him cheering him on. He just gave me a high five there. Congratulations. Can't wait for the next games. You guys have a wonderful day.